Welcome to Tome Talk, presented by BDOTome.com, your ultimate resource for everything Black Desert Online. Yeah, I went there. Who's excited for today? I know I am. I guess everybody's already heard we've got keys to give away to closed beta. I can see everybody in there trying to buy tickets. We're having some technical difficulties with the ticketing system, so guess what? We're going to go old school and use Twitch giveaways today, ladies and gentlemen, so you can stop trying to buy stuff with karma and points and all the exciting little doodads, wizardly buttons and gadget things. I'm going to roll random dice and we're going to play with keywords and we're going to talk about some fun, exciting things. Hoo-yah! Who's excited?
Woo!
Yeah.
Wee! I know I've already given out all my keys. I just sent a private message trying to get some more to give out, so...
Cricket. Yeah, no, it's oh man. Yeah, you know what? I know that a lot of you guys got keys and a lot of guys have already given out keys. We have 25 keys to give away. And yet everybody's still trying to buy tickets. Guys, the ticket system's broken. I'm sorry. Please stop.
Brenzel, does BDO Tome still have keys on their giveaway on the website?
Yeah, as far as I know, we are still doing giveaways through the website, Facebook, Twitter, and all those other media outlets.
Yeah, let me get the link on that, because I've been sharing that on my stream as far as on trying to steer everybody different ways that they can get a chance.
I don't know what just happened, but all of our frames just went fucking funky. Whatever. Technical difficulty day. We're going to call it, that's the official topic of today's show, is technical difficulty day. Yeah, I went there.
Yeah, we were having some issues in the beginning there.
I don't know, man.
Fun.
It's always fun. Last minute technical difficulties. It's like we'll get together half an hour before show and get started and get set up. And it's like, yeah, it's going to be awesome. This is going to work. This is going to so work. And then I press the button and the explosions don't go off and the fireworks don't happen. And, you know, whatever. It's all good.
I think Ghost Cam is fucking up.
Yeah, I don't understand why Ghost Cam is fucking up. Like
wow.
Ghost.
That's weird. I have no
Inception.
idea. It's fine on my end. Oh, what the fuck? No, never mind. What's happening?
Yeah, I saw this in a movie once.
What the fuck? It was fun before. This is the first time. I think it's okay now.
Hey, what's on the agenda today, Brenzel?
Done fucking around with that. All right, so tickets. Why? Are we going to start with a raffle? Do we want to do that?
Sure, give away something.
Okay. Okay. So, are we going to do a complete random draw? Or do we want to do a word draw where we make everybody punch words into the stream and flood the text?
I would say do a random. Because I've been dealing with the wallet text raffle all day.
All right,
That's my vote.
Let's fire up a random draw here. We'll click on the little button thingamajigger. Okay, let's see here. Who are we going to rule out? We're going to rule out staff because they don't count. The admins, nope, they don't get any. The moderators, nope, they don't get any either. Just users, and it's going to be active users. I'm going to give them a minute so that everybody can type something in there so that it picks them all up and that they're all active. Look at that, dude. The number just keeps counting. It's like 23, 24, 25, 27. See how many people we can get entered in this thing. I'm going to make it
Type fast, type.
Type fast. Type faster, people! Faster!
Oh my god!
Harder.
Actually, on one of my giveaways today, and I felt kind of bad, the person was AFK, and I gave him like 2 or 3 minutes to respond in chat, and they missed out.
Okay, so here's the other catch-22, ladies and gentlemen. You must be following the channel. Oh, surprise. Yeah, I went there. Okay, we're up to 81. 84. 85. It's 145 in here. What, you guys just don't want keys?
Fuck them keys. I'm done.
I'm done. I'm out. Fuck it. I don't want keys. Do you want keys? I don't think they want keys, guys.
They're just
Oh,
here
they
to stare
already
at our
have the
faces.
Conqueror's Pack.
They're here for Kinu's hair.
I don't know what the issue with my hair is. I did it today. I combed it and
I
put
know
some
you-
water in it.
Combed your beard and everything, made yourself pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some of you guys already have keys. All right, let's roll this. I'm going to push the button. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a drum roll?
I can only do it with one hand because I gotta press the button.
Sissany, congratulations. First winner.
Probably need to type their name. I don't know. Do they have a way to auto announce it in chat? There it is.
I typed it in. All right, that was fun. That was fun. Did we do another one?
Let's do a few or so.
All right. All right. All right.
Started off right.
Do one top the first three that get picked.
Okay, first three. Oh.
The Asian's back.
The Asian's back. All right. Rolling again. Marnell.
Congratulations, Marno.
I'm having too much fun hitting this button, guys. All right, here goes the third one.
Like the cherry machine.
Yeah, dude. Dark Mist. Congratulations.
Actually, that's what you should do on the. Remember when we had the feed up on there, so they can see you smashing the buttons.
Oh yeah, I guess I could try and work that in.
Oh well.
Oh no, more technical issues. I should have kept my mouth shut.
That's what I was thinking.
No matter what.
No technical issues. Look at that. I pushed a button and it worked, guys. I feel like I get points
Shock
for that.
face.
Shock and awe. All right, I'm going to close that for now.
Give away some more later.
I guess we should actually talk about the game, right? Or we could talk about Doctor Who.
Okay, so getting on to topic before that happens. Let's start off today with the karma system. Bum, bum, bum. How does karma work? What is your karma penalty? How do you regain your karma?
PEPE99 join. PEPE99 left your channel.
Okay, compare KR to Alpha, please. And is the karma acceptable for the NA game? That was fucking random. Can I get my mods to deal with that shit? All right, let's go here. I'm moving my mouse and Ghost Cam. Okay, so Ghost, I'm gonna start with you with your glitchy cam.
Okay. Well, it's pretty simple in KR right now. I mean, you kill somebody, you lose 200k karma. If you attack somebody, you lose something around like 10k. So generally, what you want to do is try and get someone killed by mobs in Korea instead of actually trying to kill them. This way you don't lose all your karma and they still lose XP.
How much karma do you have to lose to actually become wanted by all the guards?
0. You need to get down to below 0. And so basically you can kill up to one person and then you're down to 100k, and then doing math, you know, you're down to negative 100k.
So wait, you can go to a negative karma?
Yeah, you can go to negative 1 million.
Bro, that's totally gonna be me.
And then in order to gain karma, you have to grind out mobs. I know that in the RE version it's not as bad because I think it's like, what, 60k for a loss whenever you kill somebody. And you also lose XP on death, which is why I think we had the same karma setup for alpha. Hopefully it'll be a little bit different than RU.
Okay, so is the karma system in place acceptable?
No, not at all. So the reason why it's not acceptable, right, is because when you go negative karma, before they actually changed it, you used to drop items on death, but they changed it because you could exploit that and basically trade over gear, even though 50% of it would be destroyed. But since they changed that, the only thing that's left really is loss of EXP on death for KR, and whenever you die, your enchants will go down no matter what actual rank you are. So if you're at plus 20, it'll go down to plus 19.
Okay, so what kind of karma gain do you have on, like, let's say per mob? Like, is it different per mob, or is it a set standard?
I think it's different per mob, but it's also different per version as well. So I know that KR it's decently low, but NA it's a little bit higher.
Do you think they have the karma system in place to stop gankers then? To kind of make it so everybody tries to get along?
I think it's more or less to promote guild versus guilds.
I think that originally the reason why they had the karma system was to penalize and deter people from going out and curb stomping newbies. But after they put in the level 50 requirement on KR, I really personally didn't see the purpose for karma anymore.
Okay. Zemi. Yeah, you
User.
You dude. What's your take on karma?
Boy. So if anyone's watched my stream for a very long time, at least when I started streaming BDO, I had this idea in my head because the original concept of the game was to have bandits, right? Basically like the pirate version of Arcade. And so, Support originally set out to be a bandit guild, and I ruined 2 characters with negative million karma, and yeah, basically at that point, like when you hit a negative million karma, it's over. You might as well delete the character, and because there's just no getting back in the KR version. As Ghost said, it's negative 2 million karma. The problem is right now with the amount of penalties on with the karma system, it's not viable to do it. There is no it's just not viable to be a bandit at all, and so therefore it stops banditry, it stops ganking people, and everything like that. Now, some people have said it in the chat, but as you guys know, there is a warring system which kind of, allows you to gank, but you are limited to what you can gank. For the karma purposes in KR, you're not going to be able to. You could probably kill like 2 people, and you do it for a farming spot, and that's about it. Actually, you can't even kill 2 people because you'll end up going negative at that point, and you don't want to do that. You're just gonna lose too much shit. And then, but for the NAEU version, it's a little bit more viable because it is less. But if you're still at the same time, like if you're wanting to be a bandit, it's just not worth it, because people don't really drop anything worth stealing, even with the trade cards and stuff like that. Someone can have a full trade cart and you can kill it, and you may get 1 pack out of it, and it's a full trade cart, so it's like, what's the point? You're not making enough money to really deal with it.
Yeah, also with that system, they actually have it in place so that you can use a um transport cart going from town to town, so you could just send packs and valuable stuff through that as well. So it kind of removes the ganking aspect of people that are doing trade routes, and the fact that the packs themselves, the only ones that are actually worth value, are like crafted ones.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, if you do get attacked by someone, aren't you able to go back there and attack them without any deductions to your karma?
For
They're
like
flagged
I
for
think a
3
minute.
minutes. No, it's 3
Yeah,
minutes.
it's 3 minutes.
I
3
see.
minutes, you could attack them. No, anyone can attack them once they're flagged for 3 minutes, and as soon as when they get flagged, anyone can kill them within 3 minutes without penalty karma. But the thing here's the kicker: it is a hard timer, from what I understand. So you can technically be being attacked within 3 minutes, and you can end up going back to unattackable. Because they don't need to flag when you're tagged.
Yeah. So once the actual timer's up, you go back to being normal, and then you can't die unless the other person flags up. So all you really need to do is just run around long enough. Plus, whenever you kill somebody, if loot does drop, you have to wait 5 minutes, whereas the owner of the loot can come and instantly pick it up.
Yeah.
All right, I see CM Joska has made it to the stream. That just started popping off over on my other monitor. Welcome, buddy. Buzz, I know you have something to chime in on the karma. I know you've been waiting.
Yes. Well, I've got a lot to say about it, but I can really summarize it that the karma system sucks. It completely destroys all random PvP. I miss the experience that I used to have in EverQuest, where even when you're out grinding, you always had to look over your shoulder. I miss that experience, and with the karma system, you don't have it. Now, I want to share, I think the proposed changes that they have that are coming up in Korea will help address some of those, but I really wish that, like I'd said earlier, the karma system, the way I understand it, it was intended to punish and deter griefers from attacking low-level players. So when they put in the level cap of level 50 for PvP, which I really hope they keep when the game launches, because there is benefit to that. You don't want to ruin somebody's experience when they first start playing the game. We'll lose players. They won't come back. So I hope they keep that element. But what I'd like to see instead, and it looks like they're going in that direction, is using a bounty system. Maybe do something similar to the way that Eve has. That way it can't be exploited. But if you get, random PK'd against a player, you could place a bounty on that person. And if somebody does kill that person, they would get a percentage of it. It would also give the pirates, the hardcore PKs, something to brag about with their EP and of, oh, look, I've got this much of a bounty. I've got that much of a bounty. But they need to put a system, like I said, where it can't be abused. Their buddy can't turn around and kill them and collect it all. But I'd hope to see something like that, because I really think that having a viable, active, random PvP system in the game is a good thing. Also, I'd like to see them bring in an element of piracy, like what Zemi said. To me, it just adds another layer to the game, and I like the proposed changes in Valencia 2. The question is, how long are we going to have to wait for those on the Western release?
My only problem with the new system, I see what they're doing, and I'm glad that they've definitely heard people going, well, we want to know, we want to ban it and stuff like that, because I actually played with a lot of Koreans at the beginning of the game, when the game started, and that wanted to be bandits, and all we did was we would sit up on the roads and attack carts coming by and stuff like that and try to steal stuff. But they quit very quickly, because once we went negative, it's game over. As I said, once you hit negative million karma, your characters are ruined. There's no coming back to that, because everyone can attack you. And the problem is one thing we didn't mention is, if you're red, anyone can attack you without any penalties whatsoever. But if you kill them in defense of yourself, you still get negative karma. It's actually happened to me when I was trying to grind my karma back up. So you're kind of screwed on that. And my problem with the new Valencia patch thing is the fact that, okay, yes, they're making it, you know, a little bit more friendlier to PKers and banditry and stuff like that. But the problem is now you're stuck in the desert. Once you go negative, you can't leave the desert. If you leave the desert, all penalties come back in play. So you're stuck to the desert at that point. There's no going to Calpheon. There's no going to Heidel or anything else. You are stuck there, and therefore, you know, you are limited to what you can play and where you can be at.
I tell you, another interesting part about that, though, is with the game, since your family name is on top of your head, even if you choose to make a bandit character on your account, everybody's going to know that, yep, you're a bandit on that one. And also the fact with the way that the guilds operate, every character on your account's going to be in the guild. So if guilds choose to do that or play both sides, I'm not really sure. It's just thoughts that I've had, you know, of how it will be implemented and how it will all work out.
Huh. Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely some aspects to the karma system that I know a lot of people would like to see improved, and hopefully, you know, that gets taken away and it'll get dealt with in time. With that being said, I'm still really interested. I'm probably going to be that asshole that runs myself negative karma just for shits and giggles at least once while I'm playing. But I have to agree, you know what? I've always played a role where it's like I don't really fit in with the positive karma or the positive can do whatever. We've played pirates, we've played outlaw, we've played whatever it is. We're always kind of the assholes in the game. So I think it's going to be fun to see what happens with it. I may destroy myself. I may hate my life, but it'll be fun at some point, right?
It was fun for a little bit. I mean, I did have fun, but, you know, Koreans are very relentless. The Koreans were very, very relentless. I remember running for my life for like 3.5 hours straight, you know, from a mob of Koreans that we pissed off. And because we had destroyed one of their carts, and like they came back and they started yelling at us to pay. And we were like, no, and killed him again. And then
Just
next
like-
thing you know, we had like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people all chasing us down, and we were like, shit. And we were just like running for hours on end.
That moment
mean,
when
it
the
was
whole
fun,
server
dude.
chases you and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
now I fucked up. Oh shit. See, you know what though? In my eyes, that would make for a good joke, like a good laugh anyway. Like, hey,
Oh, it
look,
was fun as
look,
hell.
I can survive 3 hours of you assholes chasing me. Like, why not, right?
Oh yeah, it was fun as hell. But the problem is like when you died, you know, back then like plus 10 gear was really, really high. And a buddy of mine, he had a plus 8 weapon, and he got killed and lost the plus 8. It went down to like plus 7, and then he couldn't get it back up, and it was just, yeah, he was really pissed about it because it cost a lot of money. And so, you know, that's the problem, is losing enchants. Just, it's fucking killer. When you lose the enchant, you only get 1 stone back. You know, you may have put 20, 30 stones in it, and back then, you know, it was actually a lot more difficult to get towards plus 10 and plus 15. So, you know, he may have put 20 stones into it, but only got 1 back and failed the enchant.
All right, so the mob of people is starting to get antsy for keys. Do we want to do a giveaway?
I think Kenu had something to say.
If I'm not mistaken, the karma is character bound, though, correct?
Yes,
So
it's character
essentially, and if I'm not mistaken, the warehouse is account bound.
bound. Correct. Yep.
So essentially, you could make that asshole character go off, have fun. If you need to re-enchant something, you can get those inside that warehouse and fix yourself. You can't.
No,
getting
because
to the
warehouses
is
are-
difficult.
Oh, yeah,
warehouses
that's
are
right.
localized.
Because you can't get inside that.
But
That makes sense.
and he'll probably make someone to give away his secret. There are some ways around that, in the sense of, say, if you're able to sneak into a town easily to one of your houses, and you can have, like, the maid, for example. so you can get into there and back into your house and access the warehouse from that town.
That or just run the guard away real quick and then run up to the warehouse and easy.
There is a way to have that asshole character to go have fun and have that type of experience being chased down from a mob. And it's just character bound, so you're not losing out too much except for a character slot.
Yeah, I think that if they want mega servers to work for PvP, they definitely need to fix the karma system to the point where it's not punishing. I mean, I'm fine with going negative karma, that's fine, you know, kill me all you want, but don't punish me for it. I mean,
So okay,
Well, I think
no, now that's a fair statement, but here's my question on that aspect. Now, what's going to stop everybody and their fucking dog from going out there and becoming the world's largest assholes and gang raping noobs? If there's no punishment in the game.
Well, from raping the noobs on KR, you cannot attack anybody that's, you know, unless they're level 50 or higher.
Okay, now, but
it used to be that if you were in a guild and there was an active guild war, then you could attack players that were less than 50. I remember when I first joined support, members from Team Legacy were going around stream sniping me. And they kept doing that until JS showed up, and then they ran away. But yeah, they were getting their rocks off killing a level 15 around Heidel. So
right, but even
will
at,
say, go ahead.
even at that, dude, like here's my thing. I know personally firsthand that I mean I can fucking push myself, and I can push myself through the levels of a game. I can hit say level 50. What's to say that I'm going to be skilled enough to even fucking take somebody on, right? Like, I mean, there's got to be some sort of a redundancy for people that are, you know, less experienced gamers. Let's use that term, because I don't want to say that they're noobs. Even let's say they power level themselves to level 50. They don't know all the weapon classes. They don't know what they need to have enchanted. They don't have the proper gear set or whatever it may be. What's to stop somebody from fucking with them at that point?
switching channels.
Running away from the problem.
yeah,
Hey, if you can't fight, then don't.
Fair enough.
the other answer to that problem is to be a part of a community that will come to your aid and help you. You know, you have to remember, this is an MMO. It's a social, you know, game. So have friends.
All right. I'm gonna.
And
Sorry.
just real quick.
No.
I regarding the penalties and stuff like that. I have coming from, as people know, like I'm a pirate, I'm a bandit. I've tried banditry. I've done all that. Like I'm fine with playing that type of style, and I'm fine with punishment. I'm totally cool with punishment. The problem is there needs to be benefits for them to have punishments. First off, I think the no enchants needs to go away, like the removal of enchants on death. I think that needs to go away completely, 100%. Everything else I'm fine with. It's the no enchants that fucking kill you. But I think there needs to be a benefit as well. Like there needs to be something there to make the punishments worthwhile. Where it's like, okay, well, you can be free attacked and you can lose shit like this way. Not enchants, but lose other stuff like in your bags and whatnot. And, you can't go into towns and stuff like that. All right, I'm cool with all that. All right, but however, what's going to make it worthwhile having to suffer all that punishment? Because keep in mind, what a lot of people don't take into effect is you can be attacked 100% of the time with no penalties by everyone. All right, that means farming mobs and shit is going to be extremely difficult because you always have the chance of getting ganked, and therefore you can't farm up money. So there needs to be some kind of counterbalance to all these punishments that they put on. And if they come out with the right thing, like for instance, if they were to fix trading to where you can't do it automatic, and they fixed it to where if you killed trade packs or killed trade cards, they actually drop stuff guaranteed and dropped all of their contents, I would totally be cool with that, because then there's at least some type of benefit, at least there's some type of money flow. But at this point in time, right now, no matter what, if you go red, it's over. Your gaming experience is over. You will be attacked 100% of the time. You'll never be able to keep up with anyone who's positive karma. It's just not going to happen. It's not possible. And until they do that, like anyone who's ever like, oh, well, I'm going to go bandit and stuff like that, I'm like, it's not worth it. You do it on an alt, that's cool. But as a main character, you'll never be able to do it viably.
Well, that's one of the things, Zimmy, that I've said many times on my stream, that I really wish that in PvP, that at bare minimum, whatever coin that I'm carrying or the person's carrying should be lootable. I would even be in favor for a full loot system if gear was more easily obtainable. But since it is so difficult to get gear, then that's not a real answer. But like I said, anybody that played in Ultima Online, that was a full loot system. EverQuest on Rallo's Zek, it was all of the coin plus one item not in your main hand or offhand or in your bags. There needs to be risk versus reward, and I agree wholeheartedly with you that it needs to be both ways, risk versus reward. The winner goes the spoils.
All right, guys. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I don't care. We're gonna give away 10 keys. 10. That's right. Not 5, not 7. 10.
Good number.
Yeah, I know. Nice big round number. So let me set this up. Let's just do this. We'll go. It's gonna be, we'll do it kind of half-assed right now. We're just gonna click this button here. Click this button here.
Just go ahead and send them to Digital Addiction. Thank you.
Good luck, everyone.
All right, so I'm gonna give it a minute while they all type. Do we want to do a keyword?
Escapes.
Sure.
No, God no.
Escapes.
Everyone to key, please say escapes in chat. Thank you.
Don't.
No, that
Don't do it,
is
don't
a
do
name
it.
in a game that will not be mentioned.
Let's go team asshole. Team asshole,
no.
all one word.
Team asshole works.
No.
Everybody.
Oh, see, everybody started doing scapes. I'm not doing it.
Escapes or team
No, it's
asshole?
team asshole, all one word. So, I know while we're letting this populate, look at that
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
flood. Oh,
Escapes team asshole. Let's go.
yeah, I know. Did I ever tell you guys how much I love our viewers?
Yeah, it's funny.
I don't know why I
It's
find
probably
this
the only
so
time you'll ever see a fucking spam of team asshole.
right.
Is it capital T or lowercase
No,
t?
it's all lowercase team asshole, one word.
So I can get my bots in there, you know?
Yeah, no. No. Bad. All right, I'm going to start the rolling. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Salvatore, first winner.
Congrats.
Is that Ex Salvatore?
Yes, it is. That's my bad.
I was gonna say he was a winner on one of mine. Hopefully. Oh,
Yeah, he probably has a friend.
Here we
Double
go.
winner. Double whammy, boys.
Dino Sirach. Next one. That's 2 down. Banana apples. Congratulations. I love it.
Banana apples.
Banana apples.
Banana apples.
JC Darkanon.
Just keys for days.
Keys. Everyone gets keys.
Nova She.
Heart in Jesus, please. Please help me.
RNG in game and out of game.
Valion. Valion. I'm horrible. We all know this.
It's cool. You only got one hand.
Holy
Keyword Zimmy is
punishment.
beardless.
Holy punishment. Bankato. All right, we got 2 more to go.
Hey, it's Banketto.
Door guard. I don't know why I'm finding this so amusing, guys. I really don't. All right, last one for this draw. You guys ready? Bum-ba-da-da. I don't want to click the button now. I want to make them all wait. I think that's evil. Is it evil? Growls Gaming.
Congrats to all. Looking forward to seeing you.
Yes, congratulations to everybody.
All right, guys, thank you very much for that. That was another 10 keys. So we got 13 down, 12 more to go. We will be giving those out before the end of the show. Please keep in mind that we will be mailing them to you via Twitch after we get done with the broadcast, because honestly, with one hand, even I'm not that special. I can't manage to deal with all that shit while we're doing this live. So I've got this big funky list over here, and we'll get them out to you. So congrats to everybody on that one. That was fun. Let's keep moving on. Yeah.
On topic, I got a question. Do you have 2 functional hands this week?
No.
And Cool Dog on the background.
No, I still have. I took it out so I can use my push to talk, but it's still all, they took the stitches out and then it all opened up again. And then I spent most of last night at the hospital getting more drugs. But I'm here. You know what? The drugs they gave me, dude, I'm actually alert this time. If you look at last week's stream, I watched it and I was like, damn, I shouldn't have been on TV.
Not gonna lie though,
Honestly-
I missed the Iron Man cast.
It's
Your
right here.
Pitbull
Do you
needs to have its own webcam.
want me to put the Iron Man back on? I can do
Oh my
that.
god, put the Iron Man on.
I can put the Iron Man hand back on. I'll do that. Meanwhile, while I'm putting the Iron Man back on, we're going to get to our next topic. Oh, you know what? Can my dog help with the drawings? You know what? I don't think I trust her not to crash everything that we're doing.
Just like take her paw and like tap it.
Dude, I don't have 2 hands. She weighs like 95 pounds. This is not going to work.
Wow, that's a big pit, 95 pounds.
She's fucking tiny, but she's muscle, man. She is muscle.
Yeah, they are. They're great dogs. I don't care all the bad press. Pit bulls are an awesome, loyal, fun, playful.
It hurts to put it back on. Yeah. Okay, Kitty, that's as far as I'm going with it, and it's coming back off so I can multitask. Are you happy now?
You were Iron Man for 1 second. I'm happy.
My cripple hand is somewhat in there. All right, moving on, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk about Guild Wars because I am actually interested in this topic of discussion. Let's see here. How to word this? Let's talk about how Guild Wars work. How many can we have at one time? Can I fight multiple people? I want to know. Cost. How much is it going to cost me to do this? Are there really big benefits from it? And what, if we could change anything about Guild Wars, would we want to change? Zemi, I want to start with you on this one, buddy.
All right. So you got your Guild Wars. There's still 1 million, right, to start to declare. It's 1 million.
Yeah, 1 million to
Yeah,
declare.
yeah, yeah. They changed it so much since the beginning of KR. Like it's so hard to remember all the changes. So it's 1 million on charge, and then if the guild does not declare back, and they with the current system in, if the guild does not declare back and they do not have an active war, then it is 200k every 2 hours for the declaring guild. So in other words, say I declare war on your guild, right? And you have no wars going whatsoever, and you choose to refuse declaring back, it'll cost my guild 1 million and then 200k every 2 hours to keep the war going. However, the initial declaration is 1 million. If the guild declares back, then it's free overall. Like there's no upkeep to it. Or if you have a war declared on someone else, then I don't have to pay the upkeep. It's kind of shitty. I'll be honest. I did enjoy the original system. In the KR version, I believe it was 100k to declare war. Yeah, it was 100k to declare a war. I enjoyed it because I feel that the current system in place kind of screws smaller guilds. They just decide to go without going into too many details. Basically, Dom changed the system because there was a big drama fest on the forums on Inven, on the Korean forums, about specifically a PvE guild crying over being camped by a guild, and then other PvP guilds thought that was funny, so they declared war on them. And basically, there were so many guilds that had declared war on that PvE guild that they couldn't farm at all. Like they were just being camped in town. At least that's the gist that I've gotten from my Korean friends, and that's exactly, that's how it ended up being the system it is now. But it was worse when they changed it. But so there's that. You can have 5 guild wars declared, but you can have 6 or 7. I can't remember if the cap is 6 or 7 declared on you.
6, I think.
6, yeah, 6. So you can have up to, theoretically, if no guild was to declare war back on you, you could have 11 wars going. Yeah, 11 wars going. You can kill anyone. Now, the original system that was in place was no matter what level you were, you could be declared on, or you could be killed if you were in a guild war. But now the system is you have to, or at least for the Korean version, you have to be level 50 to be able to participate in the wars. So I don't mind that system too much, to be honest. It prevents from people going, oh well, I want to join your guild, but I'm not going to because I'm low level and I've got to wait until I hit 50. So I don't mind that too much. I think, like I said, the what I would want to change is the pricing on it. I think it's a bit much for the smaller guilds. As a big guild, it doesn't matter. That's just a drop in the bucket. It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't even flinch when we spend 1 million or even 10 million. But for the smaller guilds, for the ones who don't participate in node wars because they're not big enough, or the sieges because they're not big enough, it takes a lot of work for them to be able to. And honestly, from just a point of view, if a small guild would declare war on a big guilds normally won't declare back because it's just like, what's the point? It's going to be hard to find them. It's just going to be this pain in the ass to deal with. So fuck that. I'm not giving them. I'm not even going to declare back. So if that big guild doesn't have any war decks going, then that small guild's going to get drained dry really, really fast. Now, what was I going to say? I totally lost my train of thought. Shit. Oh yeah, if both guilds declared back, you get a scoreboard. That's kind of the benefit of Guild Wars, just regular Guild Wars. You have a little scoreboard on your guild sheet that tells you how many kills you've gotten on that guild and how many deaths your guild has gotten from that guild. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of like an EP and stroke thing. Now, don't get me wrong, if a small guild declares war on a big guild and the big guild declares war back, the small guild's always going to have higher kills versus death ratio, so it can be skewed a bit, and some people can't wrap their brain around that. That's another reason why big guilds tend to not declare back on small guilds, because they're like, I'm not going to give you that scoreboard because it's going to look skewed anyways, because you can just sit there and pick people off, whereas we have to go, finding you. So that's basically how Guild Wars run, and that's kind of just how it is.
Yeah, I think that one thing that they need to do is maybe look into like a scaling of how much it costs to keep wars up, depending on how much silver you have in, your guild bank. That, or either just lower the price completely, because it does screw over smaller guilds from declaring like other smaller guilds. I remember when I was in the Florin server, and that was not fun trying to keep a declare up on someone. We had to do, I think, as many guild quests as we could possibly do in one day and just keep on grinding out. And even then, we were barely making the actual quota for it because we weren't doing any nodes or anything like that. One thing that they actually added in recently is there's like a declared tournament type thing where you can basically each side bets a certain amount of silver from the guild bank, and you set a kill count. I'm not sure the exact details of how it works with channels. All I know is you basically set it, and whoever wins gets the money at the end. Anyways, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. See you guys later, and hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, Ghost, thank you very much. I'm going to take this moment to let Buzz have a little bit of a speech on that. I know you have something to say. And I'm going to work on getting our special guest in here.
Okay. On the subject of Guild Wars, I would like to see a system that, once again, I refer to experience with other games
Zol
I've
joined
had.
your
In
channel.
EVE, whenever you would do a war declaration, each successive war declaration you did would cost more money. So I think that would be a potential answer to the larger guilds from picking on the smaller guilds or doing multiple war decks, that each one will cost more and more money to the initial declaration as well as maintenance costs. Now, the biggest issue that I've experienced with war declarations is the channels. There's nothing more frustrating than having an active war declaration, especially when they went to the mega server and we've got 20 or however many channels we have. It kills it, because you literally spend all day trying to find where that guild is operating, where they're at, and you deal with the cooldowns of switching channels, and by the time you mass your people and you get there, they just instantly poof and they go to another channel. Those are all things that need to be addressed.
I fucking broke it. Sorry, Buzz. I fucking broke it.
I am now Ghost.
Okay. But something that was asked, let's see, who was it that asked the question about participating in either node or region sieges? On that's one of the issues of, if they have one large mega server per region versus if they have the multiples. I know that they've said on the Q&A with the project manager that they are not going to have sieges enabled at launch. They're going to give guilds an opportunity to level up, learn the game. And we saw this once again in KR. Once they merged all of the servers, the competition, the number of guilds that were trying to compete over a finite number of regions was insane. And more than likely at launch, I guess it depends if we are going to get Media. I doubt very seriously if we'll, get Valencia. I still hope that there's a chance that we get Media on launch. I know that's still open for debate and to be answered, but if we don't even have Media, there's only going to be 3 regions. We're going to have Serendia, Belenos, and Calpheon. So if we have a mega server and you're talking potentially, say 15, 20, 30, however many number of guilds, good luck. It's going to be... But I guess another thing on the subject, Zemi will remember this, that guilds have the caps of 100 on the subject of sieges. And you're going to have, whether they put an actual working alliance system in game, where there won't be friendly fire. If they don't, if it's the way it is in Korea, you have to watch out, even if you are an alliance working with other guilds, looking at guild tags, who they're fighting. But we will see, as you've seen in all other games, there's going to be Zergs. Zergs will only get you so far. And Zimmy, I know you probably remember this when we were fighting. Black Desert is so awesome that terrain matters. So anybody that's former military or current military, you'll be able to use those tactics. And I remember the one where they had their tower in that little alcove where they only had one, avenue of approach, a choke point. And support, we timed it out perfect to where support went in, they had the larger force, no remorse, we didn't have as many people, but we went the far way around and enveloped them, started attacking from behind and put pressure on their respawn point, and that opened up the door for you guys. That's what I'm looking forward to, is more of that aspect of PvP in the open world, using those tactics. I've never been a fan of sitting in the arenas.
All right, I'm going to take a brief moment here. Sorry about that, guys. You know what? Technical difficulty day, right? We called it. Perfect. Sarsel, thanks for joining us. How are you doing?
Hey guys, I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Excellent. I want you to take a few minutes, explain who you are, and introduce yourself to the community, since you're the shiny new face of Tome Talk.
Oh my god. Hey, I'm Sargel. I've been playing KR for the past couple of months. I have a level 56 witch and I've participated in a few sieges, and this game is just so much fun. Especially, I used to play Archage, RuneScape, some other, odds and end games, but this one is really fun.
Awesome.
Welcome.
All right, so I'm all scattered now that it's been technical difficulty day. It's awesome. Oh fuck. Okay.
I do get something to say about the whole alliance system, and I will say I think I know Codex knows, and Dev can relate to this, because I'm pretty sure I got a lot of whispers. Buzz can relate to this because I got a lot of whispers during Siege. Is I hope they do try to put something in, because as much as I understand why they don't want an official alliance system, I remember there was an interview like way back when with Kim Dale, about how they didn't want an official alliance system because they kind of wanted people to be able to, stab each other in the back and stuff like that. That's fine and dandy. Make it to where people can just leave the alliance, on a whim. But I hope there's something, because in sieges it is very frustrating to be attacking as an entire group, as an entire alliance on one thing, and cleaving your allies down. I remember getting plenty of whispers from, our alliances, No Remorse and Codex, 1C, C-Bell. They'd be whispering, your members are attacking our members. Somebody would die and they would complain. And it's like, what do you want me to do? Like, I can't do anything. This game, every spell is AoE based. Every spell. There is no single target ability. So what do you really want me to do to avoid one of your members maybe getting a little bit closer to one of my members and then getting blasted out of existence and dying for it? Like, there's nothing we can do. I mean, we can sit there and not do anything if that's what you want, but like, realistically, I can't do anything. Like, I can make sure that they don't, gun one of you guys down, and that's fine. And I make sure that I tell them every siege, guys, here is our list of allies. Don't fuck with them. Don't attack them. Don't chase them down. Pay attention to guild tags. But every siege, like clockwork, I get a whisper, Simmy, one of your members killed one of my members when we were attacking this. And it's like, what do you want me to do? So I hope that they do decide to put an official alliance system in. Make it paid, where you gotta pay or something like that, and make that gold go into the abyss. Because I promise you, like, as a siege guild and a proper siege alliance, what they do is they rotate who controls. So everyone in that alliance is going to get rich, and you know, there's never enough money. I'm still like, we haven't sieged in about a month. We stopped sieging about a month ago, I'd say, because we just wanted to take a break until NA comes out, and we probably still have about 300 million in the bank. And it's just sitting there. I mean, everybody's got good paychecks and everything like that, and I'm constantly signing on to renew everybody's contracts and whatnot. But at the end of the day, we still have so much money. There's nothing. I mean, we don't have anything to do with it.
Zemi, how much money do you got?
I think we have 300 million.
Yeah, bro. Can you just slide me 100 mil? I'm just saying, like, you know, I thought we were friends.
Well,
Yeah, same here.
Well, to put it on perspective, though, you think 300 million? Wow, that's a lot of money. Zemi, how much were the bids going for the guild houses? I think you said that it was like $1 billion or more.
The last guild house we bought in Valencia when we got our elephants was 1.3 billion. Apparently,
Yeah.
I'm being corrected. We have 700 million. Sorry, apologies.
And you know, one of the issues also, because it does become an arms race, especially once elephants, they are such a force multiplier. And I guess that's one of my concerns, that once guilds are able to get a region in their rotation, it'll be more difficult for a smaller, or you know, a new guild or alliance to come in and fight against that.
That sounds fair. I mean, honestly, in my experience in the game is limited, as we all know. The topic of currencies that you guys are on, my mind's kind of scrambled as to how much money things are actually costing in with the in-game currency. That's like, is it really that extreme?
Yeah, it gets really expensive. It does get really expensive. I mean, our house alone, when we got our elephants, it was 1.3 billion for the house, and then another like 500 million or something like that for the elephants. It could have been a little bit more, but it was around there. So we spent about 2 billion just on a house and elephants, to use elephants for 2 weeks. You know, so
you know, that was what I was trying to say. You know, the benefits of, if we don't have a large mega server for NA, you know, if they break them up into multiple servers, then that's going to allow more guilds the opportunity to compete and to own a region. If we do end up with a mega server, it's going to be a lot more difficult for people to experience that part of the game and be able to acquire a guild house so they can get the elephants. But Zemi, because you were the guild leader and you actually had it, how much revenue were you getting per week for having like bailing us?
I think when we had a mega server, I think when we owned Heidel, I think it was 2.4 billion is what we made for 1 week.
All right, Kinu, I know you got
And-
something to talk about, right?
Oh yeah, Buzz, you can go ahead. I can go right after you, man.
Okay, just real quick, I was just going to point out that one of the differences between controlling nodes and regions, and Zemi can verify this, if you control a region, then the guild leader can do a disbursement out to the members. But if you only control nodes, a tax node, that money goes into the guild bank and it can only be used for like purchasing boss scrolls or things like that. They can't actually disperse it out to the members in one chunk sum.
Correct. That's actually why the Blackstone Guild in the Korean server, they had like 3 billion silver, but they only did node wars, and that's why they started doing sieges, is so they could actually disperse that money to their members.
A couple questions about the Guild Wars system back on that I was curious about. Do you actually get any benefits towards it? I don't know, there's leaderboards or something in the game. I didn't pay much attention to it because I can't read Korean that well. Does the Guild Wars system add to any type of leadership or anything of that general? Or is it just a fun way to PvP?
It's just subtle differences and things like that. You know, someone encroaches on your farm spot, you know, you get pissed off, and you know, war decks happen, and suddenly a war breaks out and stuff like that. And honestly, besides the scoreboard, there is no benefit, money wise or otherwise, except, you know, the scoreboard and EPing.
So, for instance, if you're getting warred on quite often, you lose quite often, you don't have a big sign somewhere for everybody to see, be like, yeah, we lost every war, we suck. There's nothing
No.
like that in the game. That's good. Will help a lot of people out. Now, the 200,000, does that come straight out of the guild bank every hour, or do you actually have to confirm that?
You know, it comes out automatically every hour until you run out of money. And then when you run out of money, it auto declines the war. It just automatically removes it.
Okay, so let's talk realistically here. Without being or participating in a guild or like, siege events and stuff like that, the big metrics of the game, how easy is it for a standalone user who decides to be solo on their own to go out and profiteer?
I mean, making money solo is fine. Like, will you keep up with the bigger guilds that are owning territories and stuff like that? I would say that probably not. Depending on how frequent that guild is owning territories. I know Blackstone Guild was it like Hellgate High Team or 1C Seabell. In the beginning, the very beginning, especially when you could own them for 2 weeks at a time, they had a huge advantage over anyone who wasn't doing those because they owned them and they would get quite a bit of money. And if the guild is properly distributing the money, then yeah, you're gonna end up getting pulled out. Plus, guilds also get the guild bosses, which drop Laverdos and Neil Trees items and things like that. And I think per kill, depending on the price, you get an average of 150k just for killing the boss and being there. So, I mean, you have a chance of being a guild member, doing guild bosses. You have an average chance of making probably, I would say, close to 2 million around there, 3 million, depending on how many Neil Trees or Laverdos you get. Not to mention if it's a guild. Like, we had so much money at one point, we were doing 5 guild bosses a day for our daily cap for quests because there was no point in doing the other quests. So it was 5 guild bosses every day like clockwork, and we were just getting people their Laverdos and their Neil Trees and money and stuff like that, and it was just rolling in. It was another way of distributing the money.
Okay, awesome. Sarzla, you have something to add to this?
Yeah, I know when you're in a guild, you get paid, and I know I'm in Codex, and Dev, he did a test what was the max that you could get daily from guild funds, and it ended up being that I think it was 5 million that you can withdraw a day from your guild funds, and that's not that much money, but it's a lot if you put that on top of your farming, your AFK, putting your workers to work and everything like that. So I think it's really beneficial to be in a guild. You're going to be you won't be up with the best of the best, I guess you would say, if you're playing by yourself.
Okay. All right, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run over our normal time frame today. Ta-da! Surprise, surprise! Because we've got more keys to give away. I am going to start up another draw momentarily. So just get your words in there. We'll base it off of active participants in the stream chat. I'm not gonna do another keyword because that was just fucking too good. We're gonna do another 10 keys, and we're gonna answer some questions while we do it. Sound good?
Let's do it.
All right, let me get this set up. Too many buttons for one-handed dude to be clicking, I swear. I need hotkeys. Somebody make me hotkeys.
Start using your feet.
Okay, like just feet up, desk, click.
It'll work, trust me.
Yeah, dude,
Saw an Asian do it
the
once.
last time you said that was when we were playing a game last night. You said, "Don't worry, guys, this will work," and a hostage died. So I'm not taking your word for anything.
Mistakes were made, but the situation was dealt with.
All right, so coming out of the chat today, the first question we've got is, what guilds are all of the streamers from? Well, that's pretty cool because we represent a bunch of different guilds and gaming communities. I know personally I'm part of Outcry Gaming. Kinu?
Outcry Gaming, it's a Codex on BDO, though.
All right, Sarzal?
Same here. Outcry and Codex.
Okay, so I guess the bottom of our panel's all teamed up. Awesome. Zemi, what guild are you repping?
Support.
And Buzz?
No remorse. And I want to throw in there that I believe that out of the three, we're the only ones that are planning on actually having an active chapter on EU as well as North America. The reason why is we are an international multi-gaming community. We have people from all over the world, and we wanted our EU members to be able to have the best experience possible, i.e., lowest ping. So we will be having 2 separate chapters. Yeah.
All right. Guys, I'm just going to take a moment. Keep typing in. No, you don't need to type team asshole. Team asshole is not the word this time. You just have to be active in chat. I'm up to 115 people in the draw. We're going to give it a few more minutes, and we're going to keep pulling questions. So keep posing your questions, guys. Our moderators are sending them through to us. And
so we have 233 viewers. Please, everybody, say something in chat so you have a chance to win.
yes. Which guild is Ghost repping? Because we can't forget about Ghost.
Support.
He's also support. That's
Yeah,
what I thought.
yeah, we're both the support. So
I didn't want to go out there on a limb. Oh,
he actually joined us after the server merge, the mega server, stuff like that. He was in some other guild. I think it was like Komochi or something like that. It was some troll guild. And then they came over and joined support after the server merge.
That's awesome. All right. Question number 2 being pulled out of our stream chat from today. Are all of our characters in the same guild?
Yes. Being in a guild is count bound. So those who are looking to spy and things like that, they do have to have multiple accounts to do so. Because I know that's a thing. So you need to have multiple accounts to be able to do that. Once one character leaves the guild, then all your characters leave the guild. So no matter what
fun
you
aspect, though. Spying. I always thought that was a fun aspect for any type of MMO. It made it for an interesting time.
For sure. All right, guys. I see 144 people entered in the draw. I'm going to push the button. All right.
Good luck.
Where's the earth-shattering kaboom? Sick Chicken. Congratulations.
Oh, I love that username. Sick
Awesome.
chicken.
I know he's been trying to get a key on my channel. So I'm glad he finally got lucky.
Congrats, Sick Chicken.
Rock on. All right, I'm going to push the button again. I'm going to do it. We got 151 now. Ready? Kaboom! Solid Warrior. I'm sorry. You are not qualified. You're not following the stream, buddy.
Wonk, wonk, wonk.
Rip.
Ladies and gentlemen, you must be following. I guess I should push the button again. Home Bio Gamings. I'm not going to say that right. I'm going to fuck it up regardless how I try to do it. Congratulations.
So I'll just quickly go through this. Question 3. Can a guild own more than one region? The answer would be negative. Actually, I take that back. There's a way to rig it. All right. There is a way to rig it. I know of a way of rigging it. I probably shouldn't say so. But there is technically, and keep in mind, I want to actually say this. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is there are actually
A sober
siege
schism
seasons.
created Pee-wee's
Okay, that's
Playhouse.
something that a lot of people don't know. There is actually siege seasons, and each season the rules change. So, there's definitely, depending on the season, is depending on how many things you can own. We've had it to where a guild has owned more than one territory, but then the season rules changed, and then it was a lot harder to do. But it is very difficult to be able to do it, especially with the current season that's going on, is because the current season, the only way to be able to build 2 towers is you have to win once. And then once you win once, then you can have the tower in your territory that you've won, and then you can have a territory in another, and technically you can win both of those territories. But being able to do so would be very, very difficult because you still have to win the first one and then win the second one.
All right, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump in and go, congratulations, Miso Stock.
Congratulations.
Your next winner.
I wanted to put in that is the case for regions, but a guild can own multiple tax nodes.
Yeah, and the current season dictates that you can only win 1 on the first one, then you can technically win 2 on the second one, and so on and so forth. Basically, it's the same rules as the Siege, to where you can only build 1 tower the first time, and then once you've won, then you unlock being able to build a second tower, and so on and so forth.
And congratulations to Rob Star 69. You are our next winner. Next question is going to be, what is the flavor of the month class, and are the classes balanced?
I can say that. It's the Ninja Kononochi, or I know I can't pronounce it, but that's
Konoichi.
Basically whatever the newest class released is always the flavor of the month. And what I've experienced in my time playing Black Desert is every time they release a new class, it's OP. Then given time, they will go back and rebalance it. I saw it happen with the Tamer. I saw it happen with the Blader. And as far as the issue of balance, I personally think that, and I hope, I mentioned this last week, that they will do a major class rebalancing before launch. Now, we've been confirmed that what we're going to have in the Western release is the original 4, Warrior, Ranger, Sork, Berserker. In addition to that, and we're not getting classes in the same order that Korea did, but we're going to have Wizard and Witch, Valkyrie, and then they recently announced Tamer. So the only classes that are still out there that have not been confirmed are Blader, Plum, Ninja, Konoichi. And who knows, we still may get those before launch.
All right, I've got another winner. Twizzal, congratulations. I'm going to pull one more. And then I'm going to get a question from SARS. Hold on. Let's push the buttons. Dun, 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 drum roll. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there's my push to talk key scrolling across the screen. Awesome. Congratulations, L4YQ.
Weapon Awakenings. I started playing this game. I actually took a break, quit work. Now I'm playing Black Desert for full time now, but just started looking into Awakening weapons. And it's pretty awesome that you have another slot for a weapon. And it's really cool because aren't you able to upgrade that weapon?
All right.
Does anybody can confirm that?
Okay, so the question was, with Awakening weapons being rolled out rather slowly, about 1 per month, does it kind of destroy balancing? The Awakening weapons seem quite strong. We may have done that a little backwards.
Oh, sorry. I'm new to this stuff, so
It's okay. Hey, we called today's show technical difficulties.
I'll just bring over my dog, and then we can look at cute dogs and kitties and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm sure anything that they introduce, awakening weapons, that it's going to be overpowered from the get-go. It's they don't really have a beta server where they test it all, like how Archage introduced a beta server that was testing things. But I think it should be looked back at. Make sure it's not too overly powered, especially when you have somebody with a Awakened weapon versus somebody that doesn't have an Awakened weapon. But yeah, I haven't been able to get one yet, obviously, because they haven't released one for the Witch. But I can't wait to see what they come out with that. So yeah.
All right, I'm going to take a moment because I see a lot of stuff happening in stream chat. Just give me 1 second.
While you're taking that pause, I would say that that's another issue with the weapon awakenings that will require a full balance pass. I know that on the forums, and I discussed this, it was a topic during one of my streams, where on the official forum somebody made a poll that said having equipment max out at plus 15, so you don't go 16, 17, because there are issues with equipment balancing as it levels up. There's a huge curve on that. But the problem with that I brought out, if they say, for example, said plus 15 is as high as it's going to go, that would require such a huge undertaking and rebalancing, because you have to remember the PvE content is balanced not only for level, but what would be considered the appropriate gear. I don't even want to think about going to Valencia and being limited to plus 15 gear with the way that the mobs are now.
All right, so just a couple of things that I saw pop up in chat. Guys, the easiest way to get in on the draw is just to stay active in chat. We're just doing based on activity in chat today due to some technical difficulties. Hence, technical difficulty day. We're not using the karma system or the giveaway bot. With that being said, I'm going to pull another 2 winners. And Kinu, you have a question to pose. Give me 2 seconds to pull these winners. First winner up, Poisoned Crown. Congratulations.
Okay, I guess I was corrected that I didn't read fully, but on that thread that I mentioned, that somehow they were saying that if you had your gear enchanted beyond 15, that it would work in PvE but not PvP. But like I said, I just think that would be a huge undertaking for development. You have to remember it's a business, and they have a finite amount of resources available to go to problems, issues, balancing new content. And me personally, I would much rather see Pearl Abyss use their resources on, like I said, balancing the classes, possibly balancing the gear to where it's not such a steep curve. I think one of the other answers would be to not make it as difficult to get plus 18 or plus 19 the way that it currently is. That would help balance it out. But also I'd like to see them devote, towards the content, getting the translation so we can get all of the content as quickly as possible in the West.
All right, next winner up, Aeon Shen. Congratulations. Question number 6. Kinu, please.
Do you really need to be in the biggest guild to enjoy the game? This question, you look at it, and I think that's posed to most games in general. I mean, it depends on what you want to do, really. Do you want to go on with your friends and just have a good time, grind a little bit, make some money, do a little bit of PvP here and there? Or do you want to go in and try to take over something and do a siege? If you're in a siege, you're going to need a couple more people. So it's really how you want to enjoy the game. But that's like most games, like I said. Myself, do I need to be in the biggest guild to enjoy any of the MMOs that I play? No. If I'm there with a good queue or key people that I'd have a good time with, I'm going to have a great time. But like I said, just look at what you want to do. If you want to go in there, you want to siege and do all that fun stuff with that mechanics, yeah, you probably want to be in a bigger guild. Not a huge one. I don't imagine you need one. But it's all about what you want to do.
All right, guys. So I have 5. Yep, using the good hand. 5 more keys to give away. Zemi, I have a question.
Yes.
All right. Zemi, what is the best 1v1 class? I'm going to start with you, and I am going to poll, after that question, the last 5 winners of these keys.
All right. The best 1v1 class, realistically, I mean, if I were to have to answer, I would say probably a Blader or even a Ninja. But honestly, this game isn't really for 1v1s. The arena type player who wants to do 1v1s and stuff like that, like in Arcade or even in Blade and Soul and stuff like that, like, this isn't the game for you. Like, I hate to break your bubble, but that is just kind of the hard true facts. They don't actually balance this game around 1v1. So realistically, there will always be a strong 1v1 class, but just because it's a strong 1v1 class does not mean it is going to be strong in GVGs. In fact, this is absolutely 100% sure with the Blader. Blader is very strong in 1v1s, even in small PvP types in 1v1s. But when it comes down to GVGs and sieges and stuff like that, they get absolutely shit on. We actually use Bladers as harassers for the ranged, or we use them as scouts because they're very, very fast. And 9 times out of 10, we use them as scouts before we use them as anything else. That's kind of just how it is. So Bladers are strong 1v1, but they're not that great in sieges. They're still viable, but just not that great.
All right, I'm going to pull another name from the magic hat. You guys ready? Grassifer. Congratulations. That's 4. Gonna do another one. Let's do this. Yes. Quiet 50 UL. Congratulations. All right. So Buzz, what's your take on the 1v1?
I would agree with Zemi. When it comes to PvP, I've always enjoyed in all the history of games that I've played, but I got burned out with the arena PvP system where it's like 4 versus 4 or whatever team composition in Star Wars: The Old Republic, because that was the only PvP that you had. What I really enjoy the most is the open world GVG sieges. The example that I gave when I spoke about earlier, when Support and No Remorse were working together, since we didn't have the numbers, we were acting as a scouting element, and we would give information. And I remember there was one instance where there was a guild that there's history between Support and that guild, but they were trying to mass up and assault Support's tower. We were feeding the information where they were coming from, direction. We said they're moving now. We let them engage Support's wall, and then No Remorse came in behind, and as Mighty Jingles would say on his YouTube, surprise butt sex commenced. So it's actually using tactics and strategies in a big open world scale. That's the type of PvP I enjoy. But on 1v1, it's a lot of rock, paper, scissors, to where some classes are stronger than one, against other classes. And overall, if it was going to be like a 1v1 Tournament of Champions, I'd agree with Zemi that it would end up being either the Blader or the Ninja Kenichi class. I'd also throw in Sork. There's a player that we both know, JS. I've seen him destroy and melt people playing a Sork.
Yeah, but I always beat him on my Blader. When we dueled all the time, I always beat him on my Blader. Like, always, always, always.
Well, that was before
Yeah,
the Blader got balanced, too.
Yeah, that's true. We were a bit OP.
All right, guys.
Yeah, back then you could face tank with the Blader.
I have our next winner. Arash Level Fly. Congratulations. I'm pulling one more. Supernova 1572. Congratulations. And so listen, I've got one more key. I got one more. Should I make him wait for it?
Make them wait.
She says make you
Yeah,
guys
So
wait.
sure.
I saw somebody said, as far as with class balancing, it'll be interesting But if, instead of nerfing classes, they just need to nerf JS.
Yeah, I've seen sorcerer or sorceress is pretty overpowered in 1v1. And don't look at it as, oh, don't go with the 1v1 class, if you're doing guild versus guild. They really do have a purpose, whether you're flanking off to the side, because there's always that one person that doesn't follow with the group and stay in a tight group, and then there's, of course, scouting. And but yeah, definitely sorceress, I think, is a good 1v1 class. But that's based on everybody else that I played with, the ones that played sorcerers. That's what they said,
Guys,
and I couldn't beat them.
guys, I think that the beard chat finally got to Zemi. Did you guys? Zemi got a beard.
Yeah.
I got my beard, guys. Don't worry.
Oh,
Where's the red hat?
God damn
Oh.
it, Kiddu.
You need to have the red hat with that.
Okay, if he gets the red hat, I'll draw the last key. How's that sound? I think that's fair. We'll draw the last key when he shows up with a red hat and a beard. It'll be Santa Zemi. Oh fuck.
Ah,
my God.
yeah.
All right. Now that Zemi's back, I'm gonna draw the last
Okay.
key. On behalf of Santa Zemi, this is the last key going out. And the winner is Naphawk. Congratulations.
I just saw a question that Spam Passa was asked the role of ninjas Kunoichi in sieges, and Zemi could probably. I would say that they would be similar to how he described bladers. They would be best utilized to try to get behind the lines and harass and hit the ranged classes behind, because that's your biggest threat. And if they're able to get around, they can just wreak havoc on the wizards and rangers that are behind the the wall of players that they're trying to set up. I don't know. What do you think, Zimmy?
Well, I believe me and Rudolph kick some ass, and we take our bag of gifts and we shove it up people's asses. Ho, 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 motherfucker.
All right. And with that, guys, we have run well over our due diligence and our time today. Thank you guys very much for coming into Tome Talk. We'll be back next Saturday. Same Tome time, same Tone channel. Yeah, that was corny as fuck, but I had to do it. Check us out online at blackdeserttome.com. Make sure that if you want to catch our past highlights and reels, they will be up on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Black Desert Tome, all one word, -EN. Oh, God. I'm having a fucking brain fart. I'm pretty sure it's EN. I set it up. I should know better. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you check out the forums. Get your questions you want to see us answer. Post it up there. Make sure you enter in, if you didn't win here today, enter to win. God damn it, Zebby. Stop making me laugh. Santa's dancing. It's been awesome. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Make sure you follow. Jesus. Okay, that's it. What? Everybody's just gonna hold up dolls and red. Where's the bottle of Jack, kiddo? Yeah, let's all hold up something. Oh. All right, fuck it. I give up. I quit. We're done for the weekend. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. We're done. Good night, guys. Rock on. Thanks for coming.